Hi Taurus, welcome to your end of June 2020 general tarot reading. It's Rena here. Oh, I'm getting that one. Some of these I've been getting. Oh, there's your card. So we have several major arcana cards here. Interesting. So the heart of the matter is the Seven of Pentacles. I wouldn't be surprised if this is connected to Taurus. It's about patience. And this is, you know, you're connected to Pentacles. That's another reason why I say so. This is the Farmer's card, and it's a card of assessing how things are going with something. So whether this is a business that you've started that perhaps has been slow to take off, but you see every little bit that is improving. In your Taurus, you can kind of wait it out. But still, I mean, you're human, right? And the past position is the Nine of Swords, so this can be feeling anxiety over it. So even though you can see that there's progress, you still may be worried about it. If this is relationship oriented, I would say that you've come from a place of some kind of angst, anxiety, feeling oppression, maybe from hopefully a former partner, not somebody that you're currently with. And it's like if you've broken free from that, the Seven of Pentacles can be, hey, I'm starting to get better. And maybe it's taking a little time, or taking more time than you had anticipated, but it's still something that is happening. You know, it's on its way. Now the higher message is the Six of Cups. So this is a card of the soulmate. Also of childhood. So it can be like if you're having fertility treatments. The Six of Cups can be you're going to experience this. You're going to have children. It's just that you have to be patient. And in terms of a soulmate, the Seven of Pentacles can be about waiting. The waiting period. Maybe you've been in a bad marriage and you've finally freed yourself from it, and you're waiting for your soulmate. You're waiting for your twin flame, and they, for whatever reason, that they have to get free themselves or what have you. And so it could be a mutual thing where you both are trying to get free from your shackles that have to do with other people. And, you know, wanting to, you know, get on with your life, so to speak. What crosses you is the Moon card, and this can indicate that there's more going on behind the scenes. This is an important thing because, as I was saying, if you're waiting for somebody, and especially with that Nine of Swords, if you have come from a very upsetting, traumatic type of a experience, you may be hoping with the Six of Cups to experience this idyllic kind of relationship. And perhaps that's an illusion. From the standpoint, not that you can't have a good relationship. But from the standpoint of everything has its upsides and its challenges. Everything isn't always idyllic, and maybe you're not operating with a sense of reality. Maybe there's something else that is you're being told is true, and you're patiently waiting, but there's no evidence. It's like you're getting jerked around or strung along. And because of that, it may be like kind of comforting to you, because you feel like you can endure all of the anxiety, or that it's been worthwhile. You might have been coming from that place, but it's going to lead to this amazing ending, the happily ever after type of ending. And perhaps you were just in a vulnerable place. So I have to, when I do these readings, I don't always just try to act like everything is hunky-dory, because with the moon card, I do think that sometimes there is a deluded person hoping for all of this stuff that really is not very realistic. And they're doing so because they are traumatized, because they have been through the ringer. And there's nothing wrong with wanting to have your dreams come true, but not at the expense of, living in la la land, let's put it that way. So, let me think here. It's possible that some of you with this lunar eclipse in Capricorn that might be the trigger point where you find out what you didn't know. And then you can, even if it's something that feels very intense, at least you have the truth. Because it's okay to be patient, but when you're patient, it should be because it's coming from a place of knowing exactly what's happening, not because you're being told only half of the truth and you're believing it because you're so, like I said, traumatized, or you just feel this sense of oppression from maybe a past relationship that ended disastrously. What's coming in is the Hierophant, and this is a card of the traditional. This is marriage. This is about God too. This is spiritual. And that's one thing I want to also bring into this, because if you're somebody who has been, starting a business, because I've been getting this theme, and it might be in reaction to the kind of current events of the last few months, where some people were kind of being jerked along with their company, who didn't want to cut ties altogether because they wanted to have as many people as they could, but they didn't know. I mean, it might not have really been malicious of the company or underhanded. They simply didn't know what they were going to need. They didn't know how it was all going to shake out. And so they may have kind of kept people hanging on and didn't tell them the full truth. And some people may have said, I better start my own business on the side, just to at least get something going so I have something to fall back on. Because at that point, it wasn't a matter of, I'll just go to a different company or what have you. It was like across the board, all these things were shut down. Non-essential businesses, they called them. I'm laughing because, there was a meme going around about that non-essential businesses people couldn't go to church, or people still can't. I don't know if that's changed, but I know I haven't gone to church in over 3 months. But they can buy weed because my state just made it legal, or they can buy alcohol. Those are essential businesses. So I just thought that was kind of interesting. You know, it is what it is. But the Hierophant is a card of that structure. Now I have to plug in my... Sorry, I know this is very... Now my thing is going into the... Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. I was just trying to plug in the thing. So the Hierophant is about those structures. And the Moon card, you know, can be like if you've had any kind of negotiation with your company. I feel like with the Six of Cups and the Moon card, are you really supposed to be doing something more creative? And perhaps you're just into that, either making the money, or with the Hierophant, that conformity of having a 9-to-5 job and doing that, which is absolutely fine. And I think a lot of Taurus people thrive with that kind of continuity, and that may be the way that you're acclimated. But for some people, they can't, because they have the type of talents that are not conducive with that, or the temperament. And so it's just looking at this issue, which is coming into play. Like, you know, and even with relationships, this is a card of marriage. And marriage is a traditional value. I'm talking about legal marriage, okay? But it can also be, are you on the same page spiritually with somebody? With the Moon card and the Six of Cups, you know, is this person, are you thinking that somebody is your soulmate, and maybe it's showing you're waiting, and you're this is creating anxiety within you, and it's not supposed to be this way. So it's like, if this is like somebody else other than your marriage, then I think you're going to choose to stay in your marriage. Perhaps you don't have a perfect marriage, but it's not, the other person isn't a bad person, and you just got kind of carried away with what you thought was going to be this perfect situation, and it really wasn't that way. It was very interesting, because then I got as the outcome the Empress, which is the card of the Earth Mother, definitely, you know, connected to Taurus. Also the card of the Artist, and the card of the Mother. So again, if you're trying to conceive, maybe with the Moon card, if you're trying to conceive, your fertility, maybe you're not understanding what your cycle is, and you know, they supposedly have these things that you can gauge so that you can have, like, use as natural birth control. But I think it also works in the other way, where you can find out when you are fertile, so that you can, because I guess there's not that many days during the month when a woman is fertile, and so this helps to track that. But this is, you know, it's very interesting, because the Hierophant is, to me, about those structures, the things that have stood the test of time. And one of them being, you know, the different types of structures, like family, you know, that have stood the test of time, and that Taurus tends to be interested in. So that's what I have for you, Taurus. I hope that you enjoyed this. If you would like a private reading, the link is below. Have a great rest of June. Take care. Bye.